Flex Challenge Edition. Today we're gonna see which one of us could get 2 Oreos into our mouth. And we have to eat them. This is Victoria, and Victoria's gonna be...
Hi you guys, welcome back to Videos with Lex. I'm Lex. For those of you who are new to the channel, thank you for joining us. Well, today we are going to be discussing my life after college. What happened after college? After I graduated, what did I do? Did I stay in Irvine? Where did I go to college? I went to the University of California, Irvine. When I graduated, I got my Bachelor's of Arts in Public Health Policy.
Alexis Gomez!
I was lucky enough to go there straight out of high school. When I went there, I actually planned on dorming with one of my really close friends, Esme. Hi, Esme, if you're watching this. And so I was able to, I did go over there and I was living with her for the first year. The second year, I ended up living with this girl, Eliza. Hi, Eliza. I met her because we had the same bio courses, and we were actually in several study groups together. And when the next year came around, she was going ahead and looking for new people to live with. I was like, hey, well, I need a place to live. So I started living with Eliza that year. It was me, Eliza, 2 girls named Kim and Mahan, which were Eliza's friends already, and then one random girl who no one knew who she was. No one knew anything about her. It was just some random that I think they found off of Facebook. Also, so if you're going to UCI and you are looking for a place to live, there are Facebook pages, as well as Facebook pages to buy things, to buy books. Do not ever, ever, ever buy your books from the bookstore. They will cost you an arm and a leg, and you can just rent them. There's several different websites that you could use. You can use textbooksrush.com. Chegg.com. So you can use Amazon. Okay, I think that's all. Anyway, so that random girl that ended up living with us, her name was Viridiana. And she actually became one of my really good friends. Hi, V. I miss you so much. Eliza had actually found her, I think, on the Facebook page. And V also needed a place to live, so she ended up living with us. She ended up being one of the girls that was in my room, and me and her, we got along very well, which is why we went ahead and we renewed the lease the following year, and then we got new people to live with us that year. I wanted to go to UCI because it was one of the youngest UC schools, and is an upcoming school. It's actually one of the youngest schools, being only about 50 years old or so. At the time when I had first gotten into school, we were ranked number 3 amongst public and private universities. Or I think it was just public. Well, anyways, we were ranked number 3 against public universities, and we were fighting UC San Diego for the longest to go ahead and move up a space. We finally were able to beat them out I believe 2 years ago. Today, Money Magazine has ranked UCI as the #1 best college in the United States and the #1 best public university. Zat, zat, zat! Why did I choose UCI? I felt like it was one of the universities that was closest, not closest, but close to my house. And one of my things about going to college, I have an older brother. He's 1 year older than me, and he goes to Cal Poly Pomona. And his first year of college, he would always since Pomona is very close to our house. It's about 45 to an hour and 30 minutes away from here. He would go ahead and he would come back every weekend. My whole thought with starting college is I'm trying to start a new life. I'm starting to build a whole new life. So my whole thing about going to college is I want to be able to start a whole new life out there. I want to build a whole life at my college. So I wasn't going to plan on coming home every weekend. Like, that was not on my agenda at all. Maybe like every other weekend, every like 3 weeks-ish, I'll probably come back. And that's exactly what I did. So I ended up choosing Irvine. That is about 2 hours away. That was far away enough that my parents wouldn't expect me to come back every weekend. But if I did want to come home, it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg either to go ahead and do that. So that's actually one of the main reasons why I chose UC Irvine. One thing that I like about UC Irvine a lot is that it's right in the middle of Irvine. Everything is about a 10-15 minute drive. 10-15 minute drive from the beach, 10-15 minute drive from Walmart or from Target, from the movies. Everything is such a close drive away. So that also makes it easy for you to Uber everywhere, literally. My favorite place to study at UCI was in the SGSB building on the 3rd floor. They had tables like right by the window, and it overlooks the School of Business parking lot, and you could see the bridge going over to UTC. What are my career goals? At first, going into college, I thought I wanted to be a doctor or some kind of nurse practitioner. I even considered anesthesiologist assistant. But what I realized is that being a doctor, being a physician, I'm helping people individually. I'm helping people with their personal health. I took a couple classes within public health, and basically taking these classes, I learned that public health is about preventative medicine. It's about helping people before they even get sick, giving them vaccinations, telling them and teaching them things so they know of it and so they know how to prepare for it if it does come. I like public health because it worries about the health of all. It worries about the population health. Okay, so what are my favorite UCI memories? My favorite memories at UCI would be going to see the green screen during Welcome Week and Late Night at the Arc. I also really like the undie runs that we would do at the end of the quarter, so participate in those. The last undie run that I actually participated in was back in 2018. I did not go to the undie run my last year, but when I did go back in 2018, I had went with my friend Nick. There's some pictures and some videos from that day.
A tattoo.
A tattoo?
A tattoo would look better.
Okay. Oh, that's so good.
Also really liked playing intramurals. I liked playing soccer, and I played soccer like all throughout high school. I didn't want to pursue soccer into college, but I did want to keep playing. I wanted school to be like my main priority, but I did go ahead and look out for intramural games, which are co-ed games, and then they also have separate gender intramurals as well. Here are some pictures from the last time I was on when I was doing intramurals.
That's good.
Another one of my favorite memories at UCI is when I would go to band the night with my friends and my coworkers. Here are 2 videos from when I would go. college, what happened? When college was over, I did actually move back home to my with my parents, so I am currently living with them. I have been looking for a job. Dude, life after college is fucking hard. Like, nobody wants to give me a job. No one wants to give me experience. But you guys want me to have all this experience. I'm never gonna get it if no one's willing to take a chance on me. Like, I'm not a dummy. I know how to do things. I fucking got a degree for goddamn it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously, no one wants to hire me? I have applied to so many places and nobody wants to take a chance on me. I also think that a lot of the places I'm applying for, they probably think that I am overqualified for the position. When I first came back, I had applied to Dollar General. I am more than capable of doing a job for Dollar General. I am more than capable of being a cashier, of restocking. There's no reason why I shouldn't have got the job. So my only thing that I could think of is that I am overqualified for the position. So high-key, I think I'm going to start taking off that I have a degree on my resume, so these mediocre jobs would freaking hire me, because I at least want some sort of income. Like, I am broke like a joke. That's fucking sad to say, but yeah, help me. I also did apply to the Peace Corps. I applied back in, I don't even know when I applied. I think I had applied back in like, maybe like June-ish, June, July-ish I had applied. So at the time I had applied, I had sent in 2 applications. One was for Thailand and one was for Belize. A couple weeks into the process, they actually ended up revoking one of my applications. They revoked the one for Thailand. Apparently you can only have 1 application out at once, and I didn't know that. Well, I mean, I had read it, but it also gave me the option to choose other places in case, like, if I wanted to be considered for other places if I didn't get it. And then my second choice was Belize, so Thailand was actually going to be my first choice. But they went ahead and they revoked the application, which I was so confused. I was still able to get an interview with them, and the lady that I was talking to, her name was Kate, and Kate was the one that gave me the interview and telling me about it and everything. And I asked her if she had known why they revoked that specific application and left my one for Belize. I said, do you think that I revoked the application and left Belize because I was a better fit for the Belize position in comparison to the Thailand one? But she also like wasn't sure, and she tried figuring out why and answering that question for me, but she couldn't, ultimately she wasn't able to like figure it out. And after months of waiting, on September 26th, I received an email from the Peace Corps saying that I had an update on my application. Let's see what the update is. We're waiting for your response to our invitation sent on 9/19. Please give me a call so I can answer your questions. When I after reading the email, I was actually really confused, because it basically was telling me that I haven't responded to their previous email, and in my head I'm like, what previous email? Like, what email are you guys talking about? Like, I literally have not seen it. And so I went ahead and put Peace Corps in the search box, and all like their past emails popped up, and I clicked the second to last one, and sure enough, I actually ended up getting an invitation. I was so happy to read that that I actually received an invitation, but it did get me really sad. When I first actually read the invitation, I actually started crying. I started crying because of excitement, because of all the new opportunities I'm gonna have, and because of everyone that I'm gonna have to leave behind. I left my mom for 4 years to go to college, and I know that she missed me a lot when I was gone. I didn't have a car my first, like, 3 years of college. I didn't have a car. And every time my mom would drop me off, she cried, and she even cried. And the last time she dropped me off during my senior year, she even cried. And for me to just go ahead and leave again, I'm really sorry that I'm doing this to her. Really sorry that I might be giving up the last couple years that I had with my dad in the United States. But this is gonna help me, so I gotta do this. I'm really sad to be leaving my boyfriend behind. But I know that ultimately this is one of the best decisions I could ever make for myself. I know that this is going to help me in the long run. This is going to propel me into my public health career. This is going to help me get the job that I want. A couple months ago when I had first came back from college, I had applied to Kaiser to be a health educator. And although I had the knowledge to be a health educator, I don't have the experience for it. And so they said I wasn't qualified for the position, so they're going to go ahead and keep searching for another candidate. And that's fine. But once I come back, Kaiser, you're going to want me. Everybody's going to want me. Honestly, like, who gets to say, yeah, I was in the Peace Corps, yeah, I was a health educator in Belize? Who the fuck gets to say that? Nobody. But I will. I'm super excited, and I can't wait for all the new opportunities that this is going to bring for me and all the new experiences. So once I received my invitation, I was supposed to have 3 days to respond. I first received my invitation on the 19th. So technically I should have responded to them by the 22nd, and if not, then they should have revoked my invitation. They didn't. Thank goodness. Thank goodness they sent me that second email telling me that I haven't responded to their previous one. Thank fucking God. And so I emailed the lady who I was in contact with, let her know that this is news to me, that this is my first time ever reading either of these emails, and if I could please have the allotted 3 days to go ahead and decide, because I still needed to go ahead and make sure that I could defer my loans for the time being, and I wouldn't have to be paying them, as I wouldn't have enough source of income to be paying them. And she did. She had told me that she was going to give me until the following Monday to go ahead and respond with an answer. But she had actually sent an email saying that I had until that Friday. But I did let her know that Monday that I was going to be filling out all the next documents to go ahead and serve in the Peace Corps. I know that if I were to decline the offer to join the Peace Corps, I would immediately regret it. So I have to tell them yes. I have to do this for myself. And I gotta live my life with no regrets. And if I don't do this 100%, I am going to regret this. I know I'm hurting a lot of people that are close to me by going, but I also know that they're really proud of me, and they wouldn't want it any other way. And I know that I'm going to be able to help other people. I'm going to be able to make an impact on other people's lives. I think that's my purpose in life. I think my purpose is that I was granted and given a wonderful education here in America, and there's a lot of people who aren't as lucky. There's a lot of people who don't get to go to school and don't get to learn everything that we do. And I'm being given the opportunity to teach those who are less fortunate. I'm gonna be given the opportunity to give hope to those people who are hopeless. And I'm going to be able to help them out and really make a difference. So I'm excited to go ahead and continue this, and I'm excited to go ahead and move forward in the process. My next steps are going to be to go ahead and get medically and legally cleared. They went ahead and they sent me fingerprint cards, which I now have to go ahead and fill those out and send them in, along with several medical documents from my physician and my mental health doctors and my dentist as well. And then I'll be off to Belize. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. Please leave any comments that you guys have for me down below. Bye. Till next time.